Hello, hola, bonjour, konnichiwa minasan. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reagan. You already know why we're here. We're here to listen to BandMaid. We're gonna hear some crazy guitar riffs by Kanami. We're gonna hear Akane beating on her chest, beating on the drums like a gorilla. Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. So whenever we've been going through this, I've been going through the songs kind of willy-nilly, just like what people seem like they're most interested in, stuff like that. That's why I've done stuff like Hate early on, or Ready to Rock. It seems like a lot of people like that one. Today, we're listening to Shambles. So over on Patreon, you can actually request I listen to a specific song. So if you get like Amethyst tier, then I will listen to that. But if you get like Gold tier, then you'll have like many weeks ahead, and you can request I listen to a song. And one of those people is Basil Flux, and he or she wanted me to listen to Shambles. So I'm very excited because what I've heard is this one is a very drum forward song, and you guys know I love the drums, so we're stoked. We're excited. It's a dang good day, and I hope you're having a good day, okay? This is Shambles by BandMaid. Let's go. Nice. Yo! We love Akane so much. So the thing is, like, whenever she started, we're doing like these simple stuff on the toms here, like the rack toms, and it was like getting groovy, okay? And then we're adding a little bit of that double bass. I'm not a huge, like I've said in my previous video, I'm not a huge fan of like blast beats, which is like crazy double bass while hitting the a cymbal and a snare at the same time. That's whatever. It's fine. It's good in moderation, sure. But she's just like keeping it groovy, but then she's adding more layers to it and changing it. Like she's adding more and more. Well, I mean, she's doing different things, but it's like it starts simple. This is the most common beat. Okay. And then she adds that, and then a little stop on the hi-hat. And then she adds a little, look. And then she changed the bass drum here. She added that. And then she's actually opening up the hi-hat too. So instead of the hi-hat sounding like this, it's sounding like this. So she's like slightly opening it. If it's open even more, it'll make a different noise. But she's slightly opening it. And then instead of just having like a dun, 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 she's like, you know, making not exactly that, but she's adding more bass drum as well. And then she gets quicker, and it's just like, it's a cascading effect, and it's just so fun. What do we got? Show me something. Yeah? See, just the tiny tom action. She's a boom, boom, you know, little tom action that she's throwing in here, but then she makes it more complex, and it's really satisfying. Yeah? Simple? Okay. It's like, it's not crazy hard. I don't have a foot pedal, but it's like, you know, like she's hitting the bass drum this whole time, and then it's easy to just keep a beat, hitting toms, hitting the snare, but then it's gonna get a little bit more crazy, guys. Just you wait. Yeah. Let's see it. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Ooh. And we got the... Whoa, wait a sec. And then Misa comes in. Oh, yeah, groovy. Wait a sec. Is this Miku or Kanami? I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to tell. Miku and Kanami. But I know this is Misa, obviously. I love how Misa's like... She's very pretty. So this is, oh my goodness, Misa is popping off. So this is one of the few instances where it feels like the bass guitar is in front of the mix, in front of the guitar in the mix, you know? And what I love so much is Akane's unbridled joy, unbridled passion that she has. Look at this! I go back and it's just like a freeze frame. And of course, it's Akane smiling because she's so happy. I aspire to be like this girl here. Oh my goodness. She's so happy. I'm so happy. Dude. Misa is like lead bass. It's so interesting. This sounded metal. This is metal. Okay, I like that we got Psyche and Miku added in here. I think I wonder what the studio version in terms of the vocals sound like, because it's a little interesting here. Like, I wish they were coming through a little bit more clear for me, Psyche's vocals at least, but I like Miku like behind it because it feels like almost like Miku's vocals are like layered together. Though I figure you can't do that with a live performance. There might be some kind of effect they're doing, but it does sound interesting, and I really like Miku here. And this falling down with all of them. Drums, guitar, nice. Hear what I mean with Miku there? Follow the path of Shura. Dang, I'm really loving Akane in this one. Akane and Misa. Oh, guys. I'm actually... So at first, I was a little iffy on the sound of the vocals, but I think I'm changing my mind. I think I'm changing my mind. Like, that like line right there with Akane and Misa here, that sounded so cool. And I love the English. The English, like Psyche's English is really nice. It sounds gritty. It sounds great. This part, again, listen to Psyche. So this is like a slower part that we have right now with Akane, but like I've been listening to her specifically, like particularly whatever, for the entire song. And I mean, it's hard to because there's also the crazy bass guitar going on at the same time. But like she hasn't let up. It's been constant every couple seconds, if not like sustained for a long period, just drum fills. Like she's like doing like some drum fill and then a tiny different part and then another drum fill, either copying what she did before or doing something different. And now she's doing something different, which is like slower, but it feels good. Like it sounds good. This, you see her in the back there? And it really matches the bass guitar here. Yeah. Nice, Kanami. Pretty. Wow. See what I mean with Akane? Just constant. Dude. Psyche's got like okay, there's so many things. There's so many things that I want to like mention, talk about in this one. Okay. First of all, like I said before, throughout the entire song, okay, Akane is popping off. Akane is like going ham. They do live performances. Like this is from a live performance, and it just kind of baffles me how they can play so fiercely for so long, because it's very tiring. There was like one small moment of like reprieve where it's like not so incredibly crazy, but for the most part, just like going. Yabai, sugoi, amazing. Also, I love the emotion that we got out of Psyche, because it feels like the way that she delivered her lines at some point. Like, I don't know if I specifically noticed the English, how she delivered some of the English lines. Like, it was like, I felt it. But then also her facial expressions for like the latter half of the show here. Like, I noticed her facial expressions and I was about it. I really liked it. And something that I don't often notice as often, because I know she's not in every single song, but actually the background vocals, or whatever you want to call them, the second vocals, Miku, I liked that a lot. I liked Miku a lot in this one. Even though in terms of like the sound of it overall, it was like Akane and Misa. Like, it was so crazy because it's usually the bass is not like the lead guitar. It felt like the lead guitar. Like that's what it felt like. But banger. I loved it. I'm gonna look at the lyrics real quick. I might skip through them real quick. While singing in harmony with the results theory, I burned away the obstacles that bind me, make shambles, get real, wake up, I recommend Shura. So first of all, I like this, I burned away the obstacles that bind me, because it's like kind of this forcibly things that are in our way. It's easy to see these problems or whatever, these obstacles, and then just feel overwhelmed and give up. But she burnt away the obstacles that bind me. And this was even more interesting. Get real, wake up. I recommend Shura. So the Shura that I know, okay, so I've seen a lot of One Piece, and in One Piece they mention Ashura, which is like this six-headed Buddhist god or demigod or something. I know nothing about it, but I wonder if it's like wake up, like, you know, be woke or whatever, and follow Shura. I don't know. Even despair goes forward because of my faith in life. Wish, making fist, grip it tightly and reach the state. Towards the end, do it. You have enough time to play. Going up, scatter with pride, accept everything, just be more intense. Not only can you prove it now, can't stop laughing even in fear. Let your heart beat in anticipation. Okay, let's see. Emerging into the future, yes or no, I can do it. I can't do it. That's why I won't give up anymore. Eyes don't lie. The person I wanted to be, but couldn't be. Fight for what you want, even if it's too late. I'm sure you were in this place. Stand up again and again. I like this. I feel like a lot of their songs have been giving me a similar vibe. I like this. The person I wanted to be, but couldn't be. Fight for what you want, even if it's too late. I'm sure you were in this place. Stand up again and again. So it's like whenever something happens, and you think it's too late. You think it's too late to become that thing you want to become or do that thing you want to be. It's not too late. Even if you get knocked down, you can stand up again and again. Push the envelope like a fierce tiger. I like that. Get real, wake up. Even despair goes forward because of my faith in life until this wish is delivered to the fangs I inherited. The old man who controls all human things is a horse, making even illusions a reality. The old man who controls all human things is a horse, making even illusions a reality. If you are Japanese, please leave a comment. Maybe explain this line a little bit, because that's like literally, I have no idea. The strongest and strongest, the world lies before you. Do it. And I like how a lot of these are actually in English. You know, like a fierce tiger. I love that. Yeah. Fine lyrics. Even better song though. Amazing song. This one I think is probably one of my favorites from them. I want to listen to the studio version as well, but this one was a bop. This one was fantastic. Thanks again to Basil Flux for recommending this song. I'm so glad that I got to this because I wanted to eventually get to this one. I want to get to Honkai too. I might listen to that soon. But if you guys do not already know, Patreon dewa yon go honsaki nodoga ga mirimasu. So that's me saying like there's 4 or 5 videos on Patreon ahead of YouTube. But if this is on YouTube, then we're probably like 6, 7, 8 videos ahead on Patreon. So if you do not want to wait every single week, you can go ahead on Patreon and watch the next video or the next 8 videos or however many I have. I can't promise that I have 8 up right now. Thanks again for hanging out with me and listening to this song. We got it. Shambles in the book. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you, folks, for watching. Hope to see you in the future. Make sure sometime down the road, if I see you, come up and say hello.